Hey friends, next video on voiceover. You ready for the next level? Here we go. We're going to practice some commands. Make sure your keyboard is charged, your iPad is charged, and you know how to turn on voiceover. Just make sure that's turned on as well, please. Thank you. Okay guys, so my iPad is turned on, my keyboard's connected, my voiceover is on, and today we're going to review the, oh my goodness, and I always have a hard time saying this, the rotor, I call it rotor, item. Okay, so typically what you're used to is using your index finger, your pointer finger, and your thumb to turn on your rotor, and it's usually like a spinning motion using those two fingers. However, I'm not going to have you do that today. What I want you to do is you're going to use your keyboard to turn on your rotor. Don't make fun of me, please. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use your up arrow and your left arrow both at the same time, okay? So let's practice it. Use two fingers and press those down at the same time, and let's just listen. Let me turn up my volume.
Words. Characters.
Ooh, do you see that? My rotor turned on. Rotor. Here we go, listen.
Actions. Today. Headings. Speaking rate.
Speaking rate. Words.
Characters.
Actions. And these items were selected by me when I go into the settings, and there's an option where you can pick what you want on your rotor. So I chose those 4 selections. So let's see if we can practice. I want you to continue practicing using those 2 fingers and just spinning around until you do that for like 2 or 3 times. I want you to feel comfortable with that. Okay, so let's try it. I'm going to find speaking rate. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to use my middle finger to press down on my up arrow and my pointer finger to press down on my left arrow. Let me find speaking rate.
Words. Characters. Actions. Headings. Speaking rate.
Yes, that's what I want. So it's on speaking rate right now, okay guys? So I'm going to use my up arrow to see what happens. Listen.
65%, 70%, 75%.
Oh, but that's too loud or too fast for me. Let me see if I can turn it down. Use your down arrow, please, and listen.
70%, 65%, 60%, 55%, 50%, 45%, 40%.
Okay, so that's how that works. And
45, 50%, 55%.
I like 55%. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so let's play with this because this is kind of neat. Sometimes you have books that you want it, or emails, or that you want the voiceover to slow down and decrease the speed, and this is a way to do it really quickly, okay? So by using your rotor. So go ahead and let's see if we can find the one that says words. Oh, there it is, words. So I want it to read to me. So I'm going to use my arrows.
App Store.
Okay.
Tap to open.
So it said App Store, so it's reading the words. Let's do the rotor, and I wanted to go to characters. Let me see if I can find it.
Headings. Speaking rate. Words. Characters.
Okay, perfect. I want it in characters. So let's see what happens when I move over to calendar. Let's see what happens.
Calendar. Tuesday, October 6th. Double tap to open.
Okay, so it did read that, but I'm going to use my up arrow.
Today. Edit mode. Activate. Default. Today. Edit mode. Activate. Default. Today.
Do you see there's options that I can do within that setting? I'm going to use my down arrow and let's listen.
Activate. Default. Edit mode. Today. Activate. Default. Edit mode. Today.
So it just says today. Okay, let's see if I can go to clock.
10:19 a.m.
It tells
tap to open.
It tells
Actions
me
available.
It tells me the time.
10:20 a.m.
And don't forget, another cool option is when you want voiceover to be quiet, just hit control and she will stop talking.
Today. Edit mode. Activate. Default. Today.
Oh, so it says the same thing.
Maps. Clock. 10. Calendar. App Store. Edit mode. Activate. Today.
Okay, so I thought what it would do is it would give us the characters. Oops, sorry. The characters of each of those. So let's try.
Headings. Calendar. Tuesday. Today. Activate. Clock. 10:20 a.m. Edit mode. Today. Edit mode. Activate.
So just know that within an app, you can go ahead and use your up and down arrow to ask it to do a task if you need it to.
Today. Edit mode.
So if I want to do edit, I would leave it on edit mode and I would hit VO space.
Started editing.
And did you hear that? It says started editing.
10:21 a.m.
So they're shaking around and they're moving around for me because I'm telling it I want to edit it. So it's either do I want to move it to another page or what do I want to do with my app, okay? So I'm going to just finish editing. I don't want it to move. I want it to stay.
Maps.
So again, for your Rotor router, it's these things right here. And usually it didn't work on here, but when you're in a document, this might be really cool because you could use character mode. And so if you want it to read a certain word or a certain passage, it would just read it by characters. It would read it by headings wherever you're at. Sometimes when you're in probably a website, you would want to select the headings.
Speaking rate.
But I think one of the things I use this a lot for is my speaking rate.
Headings.
When I'm in here. And so anyway, that's just how to navigate. This is all navigating your router on your device without having to use your pointer finger and your thumb to rotate and select that. So anyway, so up arrow, left arrow together, and that's how you navigate using your router. Have a good one. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you soon.